What's up, guys? I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. First off, I just want to apologize in advance because my gameplay is really bad. I kind of just play Roblox on my phone, and I don't obviously do that often, so not the best. But yeah, today's video is going to be a banger. So it should be my longest video yet because of so much stuff happening. And it's just the first time I took acid, and I also took it on my mom's birthday. So she knows about this story. It started freshman year, so about 4-ish years ago, maybe less, maybe more. Um, Actually, it was definitely longer than 4 months ago or 4 years ago. But anyway, so I was having a sleepover with two of my other friends, and I'll call them Keegan and Michael. Oh wait, no, I used Michael in my last one. Keegan and Dom. So, um, yeah, these guys were kind of my bad influence friends. Like, they're the ones that got me to drink for the first time and got me to smoke for the first time. So that night, we picked up 3 tabs of acid, and I wasn't planning on doing it, but they were just planning on doing it the same night. And what they were gonna do is like invite these other girls over and give one of them the tab because we had an extra one since I didn't want to take any. And I was like, fuck that, because I didn't want to hang out with them, especially if they were on acid. So I was like, I'll take the tab if we don't have to hang out with them. Because they were really annoying. They were the grade below us, and I don't like, usually I don't really like people below me like that. And so, yeah, I ended up taking the acid. It was a really spontaneous decision. I just kind of looked up on Safari real quick while we were walking around, like, how bad is acid? And I didn't find a ton saying it was that bad. So so we ended up taking it, but I wasn't prepared for acid because I didn't even know what to expect. This was my first time tripping. I never did mushrooms or anything before this. So we ended up taking it at like 10:30 or 11-ish, which is not a good time to take it because you're not going to be able to sleep. And I didn't realize how long the trip lasts for on acid. And basically, we're just chilling in my friend's basement, waiting for the come up, and we started feeling really high. And after like 30 minutes to an hour, my friend's house that we were staying at, Dom, his sister was having a sleepover, and Dom really wanted to hook up with the girl that was sleeping over with my friend's sister. So what happened was he was like, "Oh, we should all go on a walk outside," and I was like, me and Keegan were on acid, so we're obviously like, "Yeah, let's go on a walk." So me and Keegan walk out of the window well, and Dom locked the window behind us because then he would just be just him and that girl, which not the best way to start my trip, but I was like, all I told Keegan was like, if Dom doesn't get pussy, I'm gonna be so mad. So so we ended up just leaving him, and luckily, like right when we left, this one girl called me and asked if I wanted to come over, and then I was like, yeah, I'm with Keegan, is that okay? And then she said, yeah, that's fine. So we just started walking over to her house. It was about like a 15-20 minute walk. And so while we were outside, we were kind of just being super sus. Like every time I saw a car, I'd be like hiding and stuff like that. And so I'm already super sussed out by every car. And then after like 15 minutes, I remember we saw another car pull up right in front of us, like right next to us. And then it was like out of a movie. Like it pulled up under like one of those huge lights, and you could just see like police on the side. So we immediately just freaked the fuck out, and we just started running. And by this point, I was definitely tripping. Yeah, I was for sure tripping by this point. So we just started running, and it was so dark outside, and I was tripping so hard that I literally ran like just straight through a lake. So I had mud like up to my knees. And then after, yeah, so I literally just ran straight through the entire lake. And then when I got out of the lake, I could see Keegan running up the hill too, like to get out of the lake as well. And so I ended up meeting back up with him. And then we immediately start running again. You can see the cop. It was kind of like far because we ran straight through the lake, which is probably a way faster way to go around. But then we got into one of those like townhouse or apartment complexes where like every block looks the same. So it was like a maze. And so I just started booking it. And I'm a lot faster than Keegan because at the time I was on the track team and stuff like that. So I lost him immediately. And I remember I was on FaceTime during this, and I was just like, fuck it. Keegan's dead. Fuck it. There's nothing I could do. And so, yeah, he's just gone. And, yeah, so I was, like, away from him for, like, 20 minutes just running because, yeah, like, there's a cop chasing us, and I'm on acid, and I'm also, since I'm not that experienced with that stuff, it's, like, obviously it's a very high anxiety situation. And after the 20 minutes, he found me again, though. But I didn't realize it was him. I thought he was, like, a stranger chasing me. So I remember I literally, he like, chased me all the way home, which was, like, another 20 minutes. And I thought he was throwing rocks at me and stuff like that. But no, he was just trying to catch up to me. But I literally, the whole time, I thought he was, like, a random man chasing me. So, yeah, after all of that, we ended up meeting back at my friend's house, and another side note is that girl, apparently her parents are friends with the cop that chased us, and the cop went to their house after and was telling her about what happened, which was just like a weird kind of coincidence. But anyways, one big thing that happened during this time was we actually took it on daylight savings. So we were flipping up because we didn't realize, and we just thought we time traveled like an hour that whole time, which is just like a really weird timing thing for that to happen because like daylight savings only happens twice a year, and we happened to take it on it, which is crazy. We literally thought we time traveled. I remember when my friend went, guys, it's daylight savings time. I remember like everything I saw was just like rainbows for like 30 seconds just because that was like the most mind-blowing thing that's ever happened to me. But anyways, yeah, we get back, and turns out Dom, he only fingered the girl, and I was just a little annoyed because I'm like, bro, we just got I got mud up to my knees and shit like that, and you didn't even get play. So we were kind of annoyed, and then my friend goes, if you're not gonna fuck her, I am. And then I was like, what? And then I told him, I was like, yeah, and I'm gonna fuck your sister. So we walked, they walked upstairs into her room, and they were, like, his sister and her friend were just sleeping there. And by then I was like, all right, this is kind of weird. So I just watched them from the staircase, because I was joking, obviously I wasn't gonna fuck his sister. But yeah, so they were literally just standing above their beds, and then my friend's mom came out and was like, what are you guys doing? And they were literally just staring at, like, the girl and his friend's sister, or my friend's sister. They were just standing there staring at them while they were sleeping, and then the mom was like, what's going on? And, yeah, so they freaked out, and after that, we just stayed in the basement the whole time. And after this, it was a pretty normal trip. We were just watching, like, those trippy videos online, and I remember, like, I was just looking at the fire detector. Like, I was looking at the red dot for, like, 2 hours straight, and I just remember it felt like months. And, yeah, also I went into his oh, yeah, there was, like, this little room. I don't know what the purpose of it is. It was, like, a little closet, but there was, like, nothing there, and it was unfinished, so it just felt like a really weird room. And I remember we went in, and I thought it felt like when we walked out, we were on, like, we were in a spaceship. Like, the whole basement was like a spaceship, was what it felt like when we got out. And I remember he had a weight room, And I remember looking at like some of the barbells or something, and it looked like Pennywise was all like crumpled up. But I didn't really freak out or anything for this kind of stuff because I knew I was tripping. So I'm just like, yeah, that's probably, chances are it's probably not Pennywise. So I just thought it was funny. And after this, in the morning, I still felt really fucked up in the morning. And I didn't sleep all night either, obviously. So I went home, and Dom is my neighbor. So I just had to walk home. It took me like 15 minutes. So I walked home, and then it was my mom's birthday. And I didn't plan it out that way. I didn't realize like I was going to still be so fucked up the next day. But I was. And so I had to, the second I got home, I just ran straight to my room. I was just like, what's up? And I just ran straight to my room because I don't think I could have I don't think I could have acted sober. I was really out of it. Because I'm also, since I was a freshman, I didn't have a ton of experience like acting sober and stuff like that. So I just went straight to my room, and I remember just like sitting in my bed trying to sober up, but it was not possible. So after like an hour, I ended up meeting up with another one of my friends at the gym because I lived right next to the rec center of my community. So we just went to the gym over there and met up, and I was telling him about how I took acid the night before. And so I was literally just doing anything though to like get out of my house so I don't have to interact with my parents, which I felt really bad about because it was my mom's birthday, and I don't want to try to avoid her on her birthday. But yeah, so after that, I was like, all right, I actually have to go back now. So I went back home, and guys, the fucking thing that my mom wanted to do for her birthday was go to an escape room, which was probably like the worst place to go. Oh shoot, I just got a notification for Canvas. Yeah, that's probably the worst place to go while you're tripping with your family. It's not a fun experience. So we ended up going to an escape room, and I just remember sitting down in the corner. Like there was a chair, and like my family was so bad at this escape room. Like we couldn't get any of the clues right and shit. And my mom started like getting annoyed at all of us, and she got annoyed at me because I was literally just sitting there like staring at a wall doing jack shit. But yeah, it wasn't like, I wasn't like scared. It could have been a pretty scary experience for me, but it was more just like, I just felt retarded, and I don't know. I was just like more uncomfortable than scared. And then we ended up having dinner with my whole family, and then my uncle, like, you know, you always have an uncle that like is just like this, but he was like, yeah, I know you're fucked up right now. Like he could tell. And oh yeah, another thing is I wrote my mom's birthday card that day, and I wrote like a whole note. It was like really sweet, and then I like started staring at it again, and I was like, this message makes no fucking sense. Like I thought I was like writing the best fucking birthday note ever, but it made zero sense. So I ended up just scribbling a car over that. Like a drawing of a car, I just drew over it because I didn't want like I don't know, I didn't want her to read like my retarded message. But that means when she opened up her birthday card, it was literally just a drawing of a car. And then the only explanation I could think of was like, oh, I think it's just good to get people cars on their birthdays. And that was kind of me like inferring that I want a car for my upcoming birthday, which isn't even what I meant. It was just the only excuse I could think of. And looking back, that's like not really like, that's a pretty douchey thing to do because that's kind of making her birthday about me. So I felt really bad, and she was pretty annoyed by that. But I think other than that, that was pretty much the whole trip. And then my senior year of high school, so I guess about 3 years later, I ended up doing a stand-up comedy set. And my mom was in the crowd, and I thought it would be kind of a perfect time to tell her because I'm going to have to tell her what happened eventually because I'm pretty open with my parents. So I thought on stage would be the perfect time to tell that story because of just how crazy the situation was. And it just makes the comedy extra funny because it's like her first time hearing about this. So yeah, she ended up finding out eventually, and she was cool about it. And she was like, that makes more sense about the car. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to make some more videos soon, hopefully. Bye.